Welcome to the MMA show. I'm Mark the Muscle Mo Wilson.
Master Wang.
And as ever,
Beef the CP.
Quite excited to be here tonight. UFC 111.
What a card. What
a really good card.
What a card.
We've been awaiting the return of GSP for a while now. So, quite happy.
And here he is. Returned.
He is back. So it's GSP versus Dan Hardy.
Obviously, you're talking about prime time, and there's a big.
Oh, they're really trying to shine the spotlight in this. I think that they're using Hardy, apart from the fact that there's hardly anybody left for GSP to run through. But apart from that, I think Bisping is slowly losing momentum now, so they're trying to promote him and Paul Daly. That's the two they're trying to really shove into the limelight now.
Always on the ball, Muscle Mo. Always on the ball.
I'm always watching, always.
It's perfect though, you know. If he wins, he is the next big, as you say, Michael Bisping. So Dan Hardy, what's your thoughts? We know that he's obviously a black belt in Taekwondo, and we know that
which is dangerous as ever, the Taekwondo. Huh?
We know he's got a blue belt, and
it's probably a black. It's probably a black now, because I think it's Eddie Bravo. He's training that under
a hamburger black belt. There you go.
I think he's quite a big welterweight, which I think will make a difference against GSP, because he's used to being bigger than his opponents.
Hits hard.
Big, hits hard. Again, I think he's only knocked out. They're making such a big thing about how hard he hits. He's only knocked out one guy, but his striking's obviously good because
Taekwondo
is awesome. It's great. But that wasn't what I was going to say. He basically won a stand-up war with Irish Hand Grenade, who was an ex-pro boxer, so there obviously is something there. But I think when you come up against GSP, I know a lot of them saying it, he is a mixed martial artist. I don't think he is the best wrestler in the UFC. I don't think he's the best striker. But having to worry about both
at a high level,
it's where he comes out on top. You're worrying about him striking, and he's just so fast at shooting in on you. It's impossible to know what he's going to do, and I think he probably will take the easy option, because he has been knocked out before, and finish Dan Hardy probably with his ground game, because that's his weakness.
Exactly it. There's the Matt Serra factor, as we like to say when it comes to GSP now. There is that Matt Serra factor, and that's the one club hand, the puncher's chance.
Well, if you've watched the prime time, you'll see that at the very end of the episode, Hardy's going to be training with Serra for a week. The only thing I can possibly think that he's going to show him is put your head down. That's it. That's the only thing he used against GSP. I don't see it. In fact, that's the only thing he used against bloody...
And it worked.
It's worked a couple of... As we've said before, he very rarely finishes fights. But back to the tournament, GSP, total athlete.
Oh yes.
You've probably seen on the internet now the clip of him standing, jumping 4 feet, whatever it is. He's a specimen.
He's bigger now. He's stronger now. He's got a nutritionist. 10 pounds heavier. It's all looking good for GSP. And for a long time, and in previous videos, I have said I'm going to go for Dan Hardy. I'm thinking Dan Hardy. I've changed my mind after watching the prime time. I thought Dan Hardy came across a wee bit too I'm a brawl, I'm going to hurt him and stuff.
You've probably noticed we're not swearing now in the show, so it's hard to describe what we think of Dan Hardy. He just is an ass. He really is an ass. And I think he's been escalated well above his level. He was quite smart. I've said this before, he talked his way into the UFC.
I think he should be there. I think he's good. But after watching the prime time and that, and just GSP, that's what I'm going for. Correct.
I'm going GSP because I think Hardy hasn't fought a wrestler yet. He's basically each guy they've gave him is somebody who's been prepared to just stand there and trade with him. That's not going to be the case with GSP. He'll mix it up, and I think he'll finish him quite easily.
Yeah, I think that big Taekwondo kick when it comes, it's just that's good. GSP. Who's next on the UFC?
Next
111
is Frank the Space Station Mir and Shane Cartman.
So Frank Mir, what can we say about Frank Mir? The man needs to be locked up to an institution. He has Brock on the head.
Oh, stalker, as he's getting called at the moment.
He's stalking Brock the cock. He wants Brock's cock, and he's just went overboard in everything he is. The way he speaks, the way his mannerisms, everything is just...
I think he's changed his whole game round about fighting Brock again. He's bulked right up, he's got much bigger. He's been working on his striking because he knows he needs to try and keep it in his feet. I just think he's changed his whole game around about fighting one man, one more time, and I think that's going to be his undoing. I think Nogueira's now watching him. Nogueira's manager's been quoted saying, "We want Mir again because he's been much bigger, much slower, and we fancy our chances this time." So I think Mir's making a mistake, changing the way he is, because he's been quite successful. He's lost a few fights, but he's been quite successful in changing it round about fighting one beast.
I think in his favour, obviously I'm not a Mir fan in any way, shape or form, but I think in his favour the training he has been doing will be advantageous for the Carwin fight, because Carwin, like Brock, is a big dude, is a wrestling pedigree, and that will give, the way he's been doing his training will be well suited for Carwin.
Definitely for this fight. But having said that, I don't really like the comparisons between Carwin and Lesnar, because I just think, Lesnar is so much more explosive, so much more athletic. Carwin's slow, but he hits hard. He's a reasonable wrestler. I think they've really talked up his wrestling, where Gonzaga took him down with ease. Just thinking.
See, that's the observational skills of the muscle mole right there. So who are you going for? See.
I don't know, because again, look, see, we've talked about previously, again, keep getting to go back, we talk about guys who are overhyped, your Dos Santos, whoever. I think they've really fast-tracked Carwin. He's still not gave up his day job, and I don't think you'll see a UFC heavyweight champion who's only training part-time. So, as much as I would like to, in fact, so I'm still going to say Carwin, I just don't like Mir. Carwin it is.
I'm going for Carwin as well, just because I don't like Mir. But I think it's going to be a great fight, and I hope Mir gets beat. But I would love to see him get beat off Brock again and see that collision happen, but I would like to see him get beat before that. I
think he probably has the edge striking, but it'll end up with Carwin hitting him one solid shot, out he goes. I'll share it. Carwin.
Who's next?
Well, I think we should maybe just take a wee bit of time out from the fights at this moment.
Oh, sorry, whoa. Time for a word.
Is that time from our sponsors? It's Master Wang here. This is the Go Fast competition, so if you live in Scotland and you can subscribe to the MMA show, you can win a Go Fast goodie bag. Now, it's an easy question for participation. The MMA show's favourite energy drink is A, Go Fast Sports, B, Go Slow, or C, Goat's Pee. Leave your answer in the comments, and good luck. Only open to Scotland. Welcome back to the MMA show. Yes, the muscle mole farted, hence the breath guard. That was the Go Fast Sports advert. Fantastic. Check out their website up there. Go Fast Sports, fantastic premium energy drink. Get your we'll have a competition, so if you're from Scotland, you know what I mean, get involved, participate, and you could win. Also, tune in, we'll be telling you who won the book. What book was it?
Chuck Liddell book.
Chuck Liddell book, is that a good read?
Stimulating. Really stimulating.
And also see who won the Go Fast Sports Prize for the last season. So just keep on watching, and that information will be revealed. So the next fight. I just need to interrupt you there. If you like what you're seeing tonight, or this is your first time on the show, subscribe. And the only way you can win is by subscribing. And is by subscribing. Awesome.
Outstanding. Straight into the next fight then, okay? I think we have... who is the next fight?
Mr. John Fitch versus Thiago Alves.
Where would we be without him?
Yeah, I think this is a fantastic fight. Obviously, they've fought before.
It's a rematch.
And I personally...